It is another episode of No Bra Required, where you can feel free to be free and let it all hang out. Or hashtag no judgment.
All right.
I'm your girl, Shanté Nicole. All right. I'm sorry. What?
Just keep going.
I was done there. That's why I was confused.
Start over.
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
This is what it is.
Okay.
We are live and direct.
Shit.
This is what makes us us.
First of all,
I'm just saying.
she could have kept going. You did not have to stop and address what the fuck I was saying. You could have kept going. I am sick of it by now.
Listen,
I and it's your girl Bree. Hey Shanté.
Hey girl, hey.
Oh my God, girl. So last week or last episode, right, yes.
And I told
because
you,
no. Now we gonna stop the shenanigans.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
We got a fun show for y'all today. So last week or whatever, we was talking about dating and stuff. So I'm not going to, go all the way into it. I just want y'all to know so that y'all could keep listening. Cause baby, it's some juice that I got to talk about. Go ahead.
I can't stand because it's like, you're that bitch, girl. I got something to tell you, and then you want me to wait?
Yeah.
No, man, no, ma'am.
The reason why I want you to wait just a little bit, right? Just a little while, because the substance at the end of the wait is something that you probably needed in your life. So go ahead. Anywho, how was your week?
I mean, my week was pretty uneventful. I know you cannot say the same.
The fuck does that mean?
Was your week uneventful? It was very eventful, bitch. So don't even try. Listen.
Well, I'm not gonna say that it was eventful, right? I'm gonna say that I handled some business. I handled some business this week.
No, ma'am. What we ain't gonna do.
What? You don't like the way I'm saying what I'm saying?
Cause ma'am, I've been stressed out.
Okay, tell
because
me that.
of you.
Okay, tell us about it. Let Shanté tell us about why she's stressed out.
I mean, I just couldn't get a hold of you.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm trying to talk business. We have an event coming up. Like, we're doing good things in the neighborhood. Like, and I'm just like, this bitch ain't answering the phone. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Well, out of character, I almost went to the people and put out ABP. What is it?
I don't know what
it is. A bolo.
A bolo. Yeah. Well, the reason why I was unreachable, and this is some shit. This ain't even got nothing to do with dating or nothing, right? Is a bitch stole my iPhone.
The earrings. There.
So remember last episode I was telling y'all about a friend who accused me of stealing her earrings, right? Mind you, I maintain my innocence. I didn't even know she had earrings to steal.
Were they diamond earrings?
I had never seen them. I didn't even know I was being accused of stealing the earring, right? So mind you, me and her, we haven't talked since October when I found out that she was telling our friends that I was stealing from her a pair of earrings, which this ain't no lavish life hoe. This is one of them bitches that steal from Walmart and go boost it on eBay or something. Anyway, but the bitch literally had her husband. Now, mind you, we traded stuff. Like if we go out of town. She wears this of mine, I wear this of hers. We've swapped things before. Yeah. So she had this designer purse, and she let me borrow it. No, she actually gave it to me because she was never wearing it. She never wore it. And she has a fedora of mine. So we kind of, that's some bitch shit. So
you share items.
Moving on. We share items. The bitch is wanting the damn purse back. Now, out of all of the things that I have of hers, she has picked this item as the scapegoat of her embarrassment. Because I'm sure she found her fucking earrings. But anyhow. She had her husband roll up on me and ask for the fucking purse, right? So
how does she know your whereabouts?
We was in Walmart. Now, mind you, she don't know where I stay, but I know where she stay.
So you were in a Walmart in her area because
we live in the same area. We live in the same area.
Y'all were just coincidentally at the same area.
Coincidentally. I had a good day. I had been highly inebriated all day and just living life, loving life. And I see this little man come out of this car up to me and like, hey, where's my wife's purse or whatever. So imagine me like, what? Who? What? So then she comes and she's huffing and puffing across the parking lot. Like, Brittany, just give me the purse. So her husband tells me that he gonna smack the shit out of me. So I turn around like this. Now, while I'm addressing him, she is like standing in front of me. But by the time I go to address her, she's ready to walk off. So she's walking off. I'm like, yeah, bitch, whatever. Close the door, getting ready to drive off. And my friend like, bitch, did she just grab your phone? So now the bitch then drove off with my phone. I then called my phone. The bitch didn't answer. And I don't take lightly to a bitch trying to hold me, right? Girl. So I just went to the authorities.
Girl, did you file a police report?
I filed a police report.
Okay. But this is just a prime example of what I be saying. Like, when you be talking about getting in the fight.
Let me tell you something.
The fuck?
What's crazy is bitches at 35 is willing to risk their freedom for an iPhone. Because I'm not going to fight. See, I used to be that bitch that'll fight you. You know what I'm saying?
We've heard.
I used to be her. But because
the Lord.
You know.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Well, not wait a minute now. We can't even say that, Blue, because I mean she's still a little scrappy.
I'm a little scrappy, but I'm not gonna fight, especially when my kids is involved, right? So my kids was in the car during this time.
Okay.
So, you know, I have a reputation to uphold when it comes to my daughter's 10.
Yeah.
The way that she views how
absolutely
conflict resolution.
That is very noble of you.
I called the police and, you know, they pulled the cameras at Walmart and we filed our police reports and warrants and all of that. And hopefully those will be coming out by next week.
Only
and
you, bitch.
But let me tell you something. I am professing to be a rich bitch soon. I ain't got time for these hoes. You going to jail.
I've never.
Anywho, that was my week.
Yeah.
But back to you, Boo-Boo, because I want to know.
What you want to know?
About, you know, since we were talking about dating.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know how, you know, you have been navigating as a single woman.
Bitch.
In this pandemic, honey.
Bitch. This week alone. Like, I'm just, I'm so tired. I'm just tired. Because it's like this dude, I met this dude online, of course. We're talking, okay, we vibe, okay, cool. We've exchanged numbers, whatever the case may be. We've talked on the phone. This nigga gonna ask me, you want some company? Now, mind you, it's 2:00 in the damn morning. I met you on the internet. Okay, that's number one. I met you on the internet. And you think the very first time that I'm gonna lay eyes on you is gonna be at my address in the middle of the night? Where they do that at?
Girl,
and then
apparently.
What made it so bad was he ghosted me after that. Like, what they do?
What time it was?
Well, see, my thing is this.
Hold on, Josh. Shout out to Tamara Sound, Josh, DJ Blue on the back end. They're giving us a male perspective from behind the scenes. But why would a man feel like it's okay to approach a woman he's never made? Like, I could be crazy, but you think I'm finna send you my address at 2:00 in the morning for a very first encounter? It'd be one thing we've been hanging out for a little bit, but like, is that like something like, yeah, I mean, give me your address. I want the internet company.
The internet dating is a numbers game.
Yeah.
So it was just, he didn't have nothing to lose by shooting his shot because that's really all he wanted.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I get this all the time. Like, and I wasn't even moved into my apartments yet. Right. And I'm on the internet and this guy's like, I'm like, oh, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, moving into my place. He was like, oh, okay. Did you need any help? I was like, no. Right. I'm good. I got plenty of help. He was like, oh, okay. Well, once you're settled in tonight, we should christen your place.
Oh, yes, girl.
In the name.
So I don't even know.
Number one.
In the name.
Bro.
In the name.
What about me made you look at me and say, yeah, that's the one I'm going to try?
I don't think it matters at this point. It's just throwing the net out. It's like a fishing. They just throw the shit out there, and then what you get in that motherfucker, you get. Because it's like, I get it so much. It's like, niggas be coming in hot real early. That's the thing. Like, could you try to woo me just a little bit?
Could you even ask me like what book am I reading, or what's my what kind of food do I like to cook, or something like that? See, men don't even come at you like that now.
Of course not.
I'm not even gonna say not all men, because I do get a wider range of different advances, right? So I get the guy on one spectrum that's like, good morning, beautiful, how are you? What are you eating today?
Is everything Cap Blue? Is it?
Everything is not Cap, but that's Cap.
That's Cap.
Yeah.
And see, as a woman, we know that.
Y'all know this Cap.
We know it. But I go along with it, and I say, good morning, handsome. I am eating oatmeal and bananas.
Well, you have to go along with it, because to get to where you want to, you're going to have to take that risk of it being real.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Okay. So speaking of Cap, now I know this person gets a lot of flack on his relationship advice. But I will say, I listened to, for the very first time, Kevin, is it Samuel? Is that how you say? Is it Samuel?
That's his name.
Okay. So I hear about him a lot. I ain't never really listened. Most of the commentary that I've heard is not very favorable of the gentleman. And I don't know, you know what it was? I'm trying to think what possessed me to listen. Something on goddamn Instagram, scrolling through Instagram. And he happened to be talking to a woman who was in her 40s, never been married, no kids. And the things that he was saying to her, while the delivery was a little bit harsh. Some of the shit he was saying, because you know why? Because I was like, "Ooh, damn, bitch, is this me? This me, bitch? Yeah. Like, am I?"
Well, with Kevin Samuels, what I think about him is that I don't think that he's an expert at what the fuck he's talking about. Well, this is a 3-time divorce act, right? This is somebody who we should not be listening to. Wow. Because apparently he couldn't get it right for 3 times.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Now I will say this.
Now he probably learned some shit along the way.
I saw a meme one time, and it was like, why do single people be trying to get relationship advice? And the reply was, because coaches don't play.
Oh.
So it's like, because I feel like sometimes I give good relationship advice, even though it's not applying to me at that particular moment.
Okay.
Because it's like looking back on your experiences, thinking about all the things that you see from an objective perspective when you're not invested in it. Sometimes that perspective is a little more enlightening than when you're actually in a relationship. Not saying like, this is what you need to do to keep your man. But as far as talking to single women from a male perspective, it's like, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, getting advice, because like I said, what he was saying was kind of true. And it made me feel some type of way, because I'm like, it hit a nerve with me. But
what did he say?
Right. Like, what could Kevin Samuels have said that struck a nerve with you? Because from my opinion, or from my observation with Kevin Samuels, is he's talking to bitches that's trying to get high value men.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the fucking day, I don't consider him a high value man.
Right. So in this instance, in this conversation, which again, maybe this is why I have a different perspective, because he was just coming, she looking for a man. She didn't say particularly a high value man.
But that's who he's coaching. He's coaching women who are seeking high value men.
But I think in this instance, it was just a single woman looking for a man, because at 43, he was like, you're 43. She was working in retail. He was talking about her from a financial perspective. He was talking about, well, who's covering you? Like back in biblical times, her big thing was, I'm a Christian and I'm celibate and I'm, this, that, and the third, which she did have sex one time. But in the last 20 years, she said she's only had sex that one time. But he was just saying, you're going about it wrong.
She's celibate.
Yeah.
That's her problem.
Well, not necessarily, bitch, because I know bitches that hold out and that's what gets them down the aisle. But what he was saying was, again, it wasn't necessarily from a high dollar mate perspective. It was from, you're a 40-year-old single woman, like, and what issue she's
you're
having.
You're a 40-year-old single woman and you ain't fucking. It's a lot of negative.
Okay. Ma'am,
she already knew something was wrong with her.
Yeah.
She already knew that she was checking off not optional boxes.
That's not true though, because and I use the Christian thing, and that'd be the other thing with this dating situation. Like, she used the Christian thing, well, I, am trying to abstain and yada, yada, yada. And then his thing was, well, yeah, you trying. But she was like, well, I've been in a relationship with a guy and he wanted to marry me and I don't want to marry him because he wanted to have sex. But she did have sex with him. And that was his thing. Like, you abstain from sex all this time, but then you had a slip up, but then you don't want to have sex again because you want to wait till marriage. So there was a lot of things. Now, I don't do that. Now, I'm not calling myself no hoe, but I don't abstain. Okay, we honest at this show.
I thought. Okay.
What you thought when I told you I was abstaining right now?
Yeah,
that's right now. Because I'm just trying.
Because tomorrow it could be something different.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is
tonight.
Listen,
not tomorrow. Tonight.
Listen, I got a right to abstain. No,
you do have the right to abstain.
Because here's the thing, I'm trying to keep my mind off of that, because that is part of my frustration with dating and just meeting men in general, even whether it's online or in person. I have been told that I give off a very sexual energy.
Well, we're Sagittarius, so Sagittarius women definitely.
Is that what I smell in the air?
You know what? Don't do that.
Well, it ain't Buddhisty.
Y'all so nasty.
It ain't. Since that's what we was talking about.
So I've been told that I don't see it, but it's been told to me on many different occasions. So I am trying to direct my focus otherwise, so that maybe I'll attract someone who's more interested in what's in my head rather than what's in my hands. Because yes, sex, that's not a thing for me, and that's why I get frustrated with men who just right off the bat with the sex. It's like, if I like you,
that comes with
you. Like, nigga, if you would just be a little more patient.
But they're not patient.
Don't have to be discussed. Like, nigga, if you,
it's like they don't want to do too much before they get the coochie, because they might not get the coochie. So let me do just enough. We gonna go and see. I don't have a problem with this. Let me tell you what I like. If a dude like me and he want to meet and greet, we go and we want to get coffee or whatever, and sit in an open space,
but niggas
talk.
don't want to meet and greet now. They don't.
I mean, niggas like to meet and greet me, so we gonna meet and greet, and we're gonna go and get a drink. We're gonna go and be somewhere where you don't have to feel obligated to buy me a $50 steak. You know what I'm saying? Off bat. Because if I meet you and I don't like you, we're not going out again. So for me to have you pay for a $50 steak and I know that I don't like you, like, there's some bullshit.
But that's the thing. The dudes that I have been coming in contact with, they don't even want to take a bitch out for a drink, because it's like they have been so jaded because a lot of women, and Blue, do you online date? I know Josh is married, so there's no dating for him.
Oh, I have.
Okay. So my experience is with the online dating, like, dudes feel like girls is trying to take advantage of them, and they don't feel like they should have to spend money on something. Like, I had a dude tell me, like, well, can we go Dutch? No.
What's that?
when you pay your half and he pay his half.
Oh,
not
on the first date?
Yeah,
that was tacky.
See, man, I mean, my thing is you got to be able to, if you dating, you got to be, as a man, I think, you got to be able to afford to date.
Thank you. Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because and here's my thing,
brother
as
was
me,
like that.
As a woman, the type of woman that I am, like you said, I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna meet at Ruth Chris. We ain't gotta go to Oceanaire. Like I'm not her. Like let's meet for a cocktail. So if you can't afford to spend $15, $20, $30 on a drink or two for me, like nigga, what are we talking? Like how are you letting me know? Because at the end of the day, my ultimate goal is a life partner. So if you're not even willing to spend $30 on me, how the fuck do I feel like you gonna take care of me?
Well, not even $30. Maybe just an explanation of this is my budget.
Yeah.
Like this is.
Well, the conversation has to be there.
You know what I'm saying?
This is why the meet and greet is important.
You gotta take control.
The meet and greet is important, and I won't even go out to dinner with a guy until we have because I need to see you in person. Right. See how you. Perfect example. I met a guy on Facebook dating. I was busy running around, and he wasn't busy. You know what I'm saying? And he called me. He was like, "Well, once you're done, I'm not busy. If you want to meet at this, it was somewhere in Riverdale where you could get drinks and wings and shit." So I was like, "Okay, no problem. I'll meet you there." So we meet up there, and it was a ratchet ass place. I end up turning back around.
He picked the place.
He picked the place, and it was okay because it was just some wings and a drink. Right. So I immediately turned around. I told him like, "No, this ain't it." He was like, "Okay, well, let's go get some food." So we end up getting some food and just talking in the car. And I realized that I didn't like him. Yeah. And we parted ways. I didn't tell him I didn't like him.
Did you hear from him again?
No, because I let him know that I would call him. Oh. When I want to go out again. Yeah. And I think that he kind of felt the vibe too, like.
Because sometimes there's no chemistry. It was. And that's my point. It's like you want to meet me. And he was a Sag, and I can't. I don't really do Sag men. Well, you know what?
See, we're Sag women. Yeah. Now a Sag man will.
They be weird to me.
Freak you up and down, but they will not be faithful. I don't know one faithful male Sagittarian man.
And see, for me, it's not one. I always find them a little.
Not
weird.
even the married ones.
Yeah, I find them a little weird. Like you're weird.
I know.
And I'm probably weird too. People probably think I'm weird, which I'm fine with because, I am a little eccentric. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. But it's just like, I feel like you want to meet me for the first time and you don't even know if we have chemistry. Right. Like, you don't even know, what I smell like any freaking thing. Like, I don't want you in my house. And especially
it's weird though, because in this dating world, you do have to be cautious. You know what I'm saying? That's what because people appear to be. Let me tell you, I was having a good time with this guy. Girl, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I could not stop. I watched it in that period of time that you told me about it. Okay. I turned it right on and finished all the way through. But shout out to Bad Vegan. That is a good Netflix show.
If you need a true crime documentary,
baby, that was good. But you have to be just like in Bad Vegan. You have to be skeptical of the people that you are allowing in your life. Absolutely. And then from an energy standpoint too, like you said, the chemistry has to be there, and at this point in my life, the man that is, that has my attention, figuratively speaking, right?
I was gonna say, is this somebody
No, that has my attention, figuratively speaking, is a man that understands steps and boundaries.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
And boundaries is a big fucking deal.
I agree 1000% because with boundaries, I believe in setting boundaries even in the first conversations. You know what I'm saying? We're having good conversations. You can't just say anything to me. I hate when, perfect example, the guy who I went out with for the meet and greet, I had FaceTimed him the night before.
After filming last time?
I think.
Oh, you talking about this guy with the wings? That's the
with the wings, right?
The ratchet wings. Okay.
So. The Ratchet Wings. That's his name.
Ratchet Wings. They all need a name.
Shout out to Ratchet Wings.
Blue, do you nickname bitches with your friends? Like,
nah,
okay.
I don't really date bitches like that.
Oh. What about women?
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm saying how you describe like not in disrespect.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like if I gotta, I feel like if I gotta if I gotta give somebody a nickname, like
here's the thing, they all have nicknames.
They all have nicknames,
especially when they don't last long. Your name is
everything.
So when I'm telling,
I got a nigga named Second Chance. Yeah. Like I literally gave this nigga a second chance and he blew it. Like you are just dumb.
Yeah, I have a few guys like, and they all have nicknames to my friends. So when I'm having a conversation with my girls, and I have to
like
refer
bitch,
to him,
girl. Let me tell you what Second Chance did, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know exactly who you're talking about. But I nickname,
and it's not no derogatory like fuck ass.
No,
nigga.
it's not.
No,
it's not.
Just something.
I mean, it might be.
Who we're talking to. I mean, it could.
It might be. It could be because
but
if you present yourself as
this person, like I had a dude one time about to be super blunt. His nickname was Morehouse because at the time that's where he went to school. He was a little bit younger than me.
Morehouse.
But his nickname was Morehouse. And when I talk about him to my friends, his name is Morehouse.
That's funny.
That's just where he went to school. So it's like little nicknames like that. Like y'all had your big booty Judy.
Well, I understand because I've had a. But anyway, talking about dude, right? So dude, I did FaceTime him the night before, and I should have known at that moment.
What was the problem?
Because we were having a great conversation, and he was like giving me this spiel that he's 43, and he's this wop the bam, and I'm like, we're having good conversation. And all I see is his dick in the camera. Like,
oh God, the dick, the surprise penis,
the surprise.
Oh my God, I get the surprise penis so much I can't even take it. Like,
hold on, I'll be right back. Oops, I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking to the dude, and all you see is the camera just slowly tilts. And then, boom, I'm like, why the fuck? Why?
I get videos in my messages.
Baby.
Photograph. Like, oh.
I get niggas that want to hit their girl videotaping and send it to me. Like, I don't want to. I mean, I might look because I'm voyeur like that, but
I'm kind of voyeur.
I want to know what is it about me that a nigga think that
it's okay to send your dick through SMS.
So I don't think it's just you. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
But why is niggas sending videos of their penis through the clouds? Like, I don't want to see that.
So you had to see what type of this. But that's good though. That niggas show y'all.
But you know what? I ain't gonna lie though, because that probably the reason why I saw him the next day was to put it together,
because you was gonna fuck. You was thinking about fucking it.
No, because I wasn't sure. It was like, does it match?
Was it nice looking on?
Girl,
okay.
Was it?
See, he knew what he was doing.
I didn't know.
He knew what he was doing.
Here's the thing.
I didn't know. Like, I was confused.
Like, oh, let me look at that again.
I'm right. I was confused. It was more like this. Like,
no, they have. Not they may. They have.
Listen.
My issue was this. I had a big problem with this being our first conversation.
It's a boundary issue.
And you showing me your dick. But
yeah.
My curiosity as a woman who enjoys what the fuck are you talking about over there?
I'm not saying that.
Okay. Anywho,
yeah.
I also had that curiosity, like, damn, let me put two and two together.
You almost let me spit my drink out, bitch.
Let me put two and two together. Let me find out.
Let me see. If it matches. But what pissed me off, really.
We're going to investigate the scene, right?
Yes, I have to, because just in case later on down the line, I say, look, I'm finna smash. I want to explore that with him. I know already what I'm getting into, so maybe it's not a bad thing. But you don't
really know what you're getting into, because even though he may have a nice looking penis, don't mean he know what.
I know that, honey, girl. Because these things be out here thinking
a disappointment. Because from my
85% of the time.
From my perspective, like most of the dudes with the bigger penises couldn't keep it up at attention.
You know what? I've heard that too.
But you know they say erectile dysfunction is like affects like 50% of men. Like that's a lot.
Like when we're talking about erectile dysfunction, are we talking about like all the way soft or like?
I mean, I think there's different levels to it, but I mean, it's probably
50%. And you know what? I believe this because I was dating a guy. And he used to have to get real,
right,
like power up.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! so wait, to exhale shit.
Like big. I mean, like serious. I mean, in order for it to be like iron, like in order for it to be like that, he had to like Super Saiyan or something. Like he had to get. I don't know. And I was wondering if that was the problem. Like, damn, if he stopped thinking about it, do it go stop?
Yeah, that's too much. But you know what? I have found that, and I don't really deal with a lot of older guys. A lot of the guys that I date are younger than me. And it's like, I've noticed that it is a persistent problem.
Oh, yeah, you are the cougar of the group.
Wow. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
I ain't gonna lie. I've definitely dipped into Simba's pond once before.
Okay, first of all.
The little cubs at the watering hole.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, first of all, don't do that. I don't seek out these young men.
I don't either. I'm an old bride.
These young men are bold these days, and they approach me.
And not only that, they have a lot of things going on. These younger men do have a lot of things going on that the guys our age, some of them, I'm not going to say, everybody our age, because we do have some successful men in our age bracket. But these younger men are catching on faster. And I'm not saying that I would, marry or, take somebody's son and, make him come here, TT baby.
Well, ew, that's so, I don't like that because that's nasty.
Chicago in the house.
That seems very incestuous. Don't do that.
TT baby.
That seems very incestuous. Ew, TT, no ma'am. I don't like that reference at all in any shape or form.
Chicago in the house.
Yeah, no, not like that. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not marrying these little boys.
Chicago's finest.
Whatever, guys. Now see, no ma'am. No ham, no bacon. I'm not doing that.
Wait, let me tell y'all something. Free R. Kelly.
We will not.
I'm just playing.
We do not joke.
I'm just joking.
It's just the R. Kelly shenanigans here on No Bra Required.
Baby.
Because I'm not seeking these men out. That's just what is attracting me. My concern be though, like they looking for a sugar mama, and I'm not that. I don't pay bills.
Okay, so let me tell you about that sugar mama shit, right? So I had a dude approach me on that, like, I find you very attractive. I know that you find me attractive, and whoop the bam. And then he says to me, "How would you feel about like a sugar baby situation?" And my first idea was,
did you decline?
Hold on, I thought he was asking me to be his sugar baby.
Oh yeah,
because that I'm down for. But the nigga was asking me. No? He was asking me if I would pay him. I said, but what exactly would I be paying for?
Yeah, and see that's the other.
I mean, because it's not like I'm no unaccessible.
Ain't nobody hurting for no dick around here. Like, I'm just trying to tell you.
I don't know, like I think
I'm not that 40-year-old bitch. Like, I don't need to pay for penis. I really don't. It is readily accessible in my DMs, my text messages, my whatever the hell I got.
And every dude that think that it ain't is
shame on you.
Right.
Right. Like, let's be clear.
For him to even come at me, I had to deep down look at myself and be like, bitch, what vibe are you giving off that this young man
Listen, I had to do. Okay, so let me tell you this story because I don't think I've ever told anybody this.
I got kids.
The fuck? I don't think I've ever told anybody about this person, but so this guy slid in my DM on Instagram, right? And he lives in Jamaica. A younger dude, conversation, you know, we would converse. Yeah, okay, he had a little accent thing, island thing going on. I was like, okay.
Ting ting.
Ting ting, you know. Okay.
I can't stand that man.
Then he kind of, you know, would like, when I would like ask questions, he would send me like a voice note back. Because, you know, on Instagram, you can send a little, the voice response or whatever. So I was like, okay, so I got to hear his voice. And then I would send him one. And then, like, we would talk back and forth. We would video chat. I don't think we ever exchanged phone numbers because he lived in Jamaica, I guess. But, you know, we were getting really cool. Like, I was like, okay, he cool, live in Jamaica. I'm like, I could have a little something overseas, you know, a little international situation.
International D?
Yeah, you know, I could come to Jamaica, never been. You want to show me around. It's time for a vacation. I'm long overdue for a vacation after the pandemic, right? So we cool. So we talking for like maybe a week or two. Then he like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. We got a curfew and my insurance is lapsed because my job doesn't pay me enough money. I'm like, damn, that's so fucked up.
He thought that his American girl was going to pay for his...
So this is how it actually ended up ending. He hit me one day with the...
How much you send him?
Right. No. $0 and 0 cents. Right, not over here. So you got the wrong one, honey. He was like,
candy.
He was like, oh, you know, I don't even have enough gas money to get to work. My insurance is lapsed, and if they pull me over, because I know Jamaica has been on curfew, and you know the police, yada yada yada. So there's plausibility. That's how they get you. Did you watch the Tinder Swindler bit?
I did.
Okay, well, bitch, that's another you need to watch. But that's how they get you. They incorporate a little bit of truth within the lie.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if I get pulled over, my insurance is lapsed, they'll take my car, blah, 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 blah. And I know that Jamaica had a curfew at that time because of the quarantine and this, that, and the third.
Wow.
So then he tells me, well, I can't go to work and I have to turn my phone off because my boss keeps calling me and, you know, I can't answer it because if they'll fire me and da-da-da-da-da. So I'm going to have to cut my phone off. Oh, okay, babe. I'm so sorry.
Right.
You know, let me know.
Girl, I didn't know how this story was going to turn out.
Hold on. So then, like, he called, he sent me a message later that evening, but then I didn't hear from him no more after that. Like, I guess he thought that I was going to be like, oh, well, how much do you need? And here's the thing, too. This is the thing that niggas, let me explain something to the fellas, too, right here.
Explain. Learn them something, girl.
Sometimes, when you on some bullshit, if you would just be a little more patient with your bullshit, like not 3 weeks in, nigga. I'm not sending you shit after 2 weeks of good conversation. Now maybe if it's a month and it's something
I really want to know what, because I date totally different. Like I literally, like I date in stages. Like there is nothing that a man in 2 weeks can do for me to say he's the one.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like
he's the one. I want to, you know.
Like I said, if you would just be a little more patient sometimes in your well doing, then maybe you might get a little further in life. But 3 weeks, like nigga, maybe you thought I was some desperate 90-day fiance kind of bitch. I'm not that, and I know I'm fat, and I'm holding this pillow because I'm looking a little fat on camera. So I'm trying to like camouflage. I know my flaws.
Now they gonna be looking at me.
I'm not that insecure bitch that's like, oh, I just want some attention. That's not my issue.
Well, see, I think that and it's right is something that some guys are looking at us as. You know what I'm saying? Sure. They don't think that, and I'm referencing this. Look, so I was listening to a segment on this podcast called Fit and Fresh, and they were talking about women and the fact that women aren't built a certain way to handle certain things, right? As far as when we're young, we're gung ho. So we're just, you know, we're learning our sexuality, we fucking, we doing all of this, we
doing
get
all the
burnt
bullshit.
out,
We're easily manipulated.
we're easily manipulated.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have a man that can, you know, that what we should be looking for is a man that's in charge and all of that. Girl, so I really was trying not to indulge in this shit.
Have y'all ever listened to this podcast?
I ain't never heard of it.
Dude had like 5 or 6 women right there, and he was basically talking to them like they were airheads. Like basically, bitch, you don't know what you want out of life. Your mama didn't teach you, you know, berating and doing all of this, and the women are being very classy and defending themselves as far as like, you know, their sexual liberations, you know, the equal pay or women's rights, you know, bit that men like to throw out there when it comes to the women that they're dating. And you know, the idea that men have of us is so miscued. Like, first of all, we probably like fucking way more than y'all. We're probably, you know, we have ideas and it's a lot of complexities to a woman. And I think that men that marginalize us and say, you know, you are only capable of doing this. You cannot fuck 5 niggas in a year. You know why? Because you're considered a hoe. But I'm going to go and fuck 5 bitches this year. And I'm going to pay 2 of them. I'm going to pay 2 of these hoes $60 a pop. And I could do that because I'm a man.
$60, what they is?
But if
listen, it's hard out here in these streets. These quarantine prices.
Bitch,
like,
I know a bitch that's letting motherfuckers cash app her half and bring the other.
Damn, she need to make sure she write that off.
I don't know.
What I'm trying to say is there are certain women that you can talk to like that. There are certain women that you can say, bitch, because you fucking 5 or 6 niggas in a month, you're considered a hoe. Or 5 or 6 niggas in a week, you're considered a hoe. You know, and she's probably going to be like, yeah, I am a hoe. I get paid for this shit. This is what I do. Don't shame sex workers.
Yeah, none at all. But here's the thing. But you know what? That's something else that I have found on a lot of dating profiles. It's like, I know I'm not subscribing to your OnlyFans. No, I'm not subscribing to your...
Y'all got all of this shit that y'all not willing to do, but want us to cock them legs open the first week.
But here's the thing. But my point of saying that is, it's like, I guess that's a thing now on dating sites on the woman's side, because, you know, we don't see the woman's side. But I guess that women are using that to recruit followers for their... sex website or their OnlyFans or their whatever.
But niggas are doing it too. Like they are are gathering all of their hands so that they can fuck each one. But here's the thing,
if you're honest about it and you're upfront and that's what you choose to do, I just know nothing on my profile. And this is the thing too that I think that men have a difficult time with the online dating, because there's so many profiles available. There's begin to become a merger of all women together, because if you read my profile, and that's the other problem too, niggas don't read the profile. They don't read it at all. Like, so it's like you don't even know what energy I'm bringing because you haven't even read what I'm about. So you're just going based straight on looks, which I have something on my profile. So there's stuff to read if you want to get to know me. Yeah. And none of it is about what I don't want, but I say nothing sexual. And even in there, I think I say I have a lot of great assets, but my biggest one is my brain. Yeah. So you already see that I'm not looking for no sexual.
But see, they don't care about that. They like, that's not even that. I could read you right now like on my dating profile that this man said. First of all, he started off with "Good morning, beautiful." Of course, you're gorgeous, Nubian and quick. And then he said, "You want to see something?" For that shit? Bitch, no.
Oh, okay. I'm
just. He had to read you in a little bit.
What? Good morning, beautiful. Okay, so we messaging. Then he said, "You want to see something big?"
Hey.
He sent the dick.
I didn't even reply back.
He sent it anyway.
You know why? I didn't know he. I don't know if he replied. I didn't even check it because I don't know if you could tell if I read your shit or not. So because you know, bitch, back.
I love that.
Do I want to see something big? Now, and if it ain't a bill or you know, like something that you can offer me
What?
other than your? I didn't even want to know.
It could have been his bank account.
But then don't do that because
Blue.
Here's the thing: we grown in this bitch.
Blue,
like we know when you talking shit like that,
we
know
about his bank account because number one, he don't know me.
Money.
He ain't want finna send me shit. What was I doing for it?
He in the blessing business. Sound like
and he need my cash tag, and he gonna renew the warranty on my vehicle, and he gonna do all of that bullshit. Like no, like nigga, you sending me your penis. So at this point, I no longer want to talk to you because I thought we was at good morning. I'm a romantic. You gotta like, and I'm a sensory person, so you gotta kind of like excite my senses, like do something to be like. That get me to be like, oh shit, oh because I don't all shit everybody. Well, and if you get Bree to all shit you use something you to catch me out.
That don't give a shit about that. Like niggas just don't. And you know what I think part of the issue with dating is niggas' attention span is very very short. So it's like if there's nothing to acquire your attention and keep it for any length of time, because I'm the same way.
But like everything is so accessible now.
It is.
That's why everybody is doing this. Because I can see titties, I can see ass, I can see pussy, I can see it. Oh Lord, look at her. She taking it off. She doing. It's all right there. For us, when back in the day, romanticism was a nigga getting 5 of the best tracks, putting it on a motherfucking CD, writing the shit out, titling the CD, Slow Jams for Bree, right?
Oh, God.
And goddamn having you play that.
Oh, God. Niggas ain't doing that no more.
See, now, that was the shit that had my attention. I was like,
let me ask you a question, Blue. If a girl is not, and it's hard to ask you because you're country boy, like you're raised with some morals and some values.
Who is this you talking to?
Blue.
Oh.
Shots fired.
She just didn't know. She didn't know you was referring to. That's all. She's been doing online dating. She's been doing online dating. She's been
right. She's been y'all niggas like an online dating profile.
You want to see something big? You gotta bring her back. You gotta bring her back. You gotta bring her back.
If a woman like. If you try to take it in a sexual way, and this is you speaking in general on behalf of your species, is it a turnoff if a woman is like, I ain't really, I prefer to get to know you. Like, that's not really what I'm here for. Does that immediately like, oh, next?
Not well. It depends on how y'all like even connected.
So y'all on social media, you're on, let's just say, dating.
I mean, because it's when you dating, and then when you fucking.
But that's the thing,
no, because you start off something before fucking comes upon.
Yeah, like you
don't just walk into the situation and be like, we fucking. You?
I mean,
just because we're online.
My thing is,
the nigga come to my house and we automatically having sex today.
I ain't never had the ass.
Some folk like that, no.
Yeah, I ain't never had the ass. It kind of just, if it's gonna happen, it kind of just happens.
The same day that y'all connect.
What you mean?
Like, okay, you meeting up with a girl to meet and greet.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? That day y'all fuck.
If I fuck, it's because she want to get fucked.
Okay, so if you fuck, it's because she wanted to get fucked. And how do you view her after that?
I mean, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
have you ever?
So I put it like this right here. I put it like this. It's like, how much expectations do you expect the person to have after that?
So you're saying now, because I'm just trying to be clear,
right? Because
sometimes girls are sold the narrative that you can't, even if you give it up early. I'm not gonna necessarily say on the first day, but if you give it up fairly soon, that there can still be a chance.
Nah, man. Sometimes.
So you telling me the longer a woman holds out, the more interested
I don't even think it should be a time. I think it should be a, what I'm saying?
No, but let me ask my question again. If she fuck early, within the first week or so,
right?
Is she X'd out from being girlfriend material?
I can't say that.
Because y'all might vibe after that, right?
Yeah,
but are you gonna give her some more time to see, or is it like okay?
Well, I mean,
that's the problem.
I mean, my thing is everything's gonna reveal itself in time anyway. Whether you know what I'm saying.
But are you still gonna talk to her? Cause that be the thing. Like niggas, like they get what they came to get, and then they get ghost.
I mean, it depends on what you. It depends on whether or not he like the person, or he feel like he gon' like her. Like you know what I'm saying. She might be extra cool. She just hit early. Oh, but they ain't even hit early. She fuck early too. It take two to tango.
Right, I was gonna say because
y'all be the ones that go MIA after the fucking.
Not necessarily. Yeah, you go with that y'all shit.
Well, see, I'm not. I don't know that part. Like where a nigga goes you after you. I don't understand that part. So I want to know.
You said niggas pulling back up.
Oh, right. I ain't never had an issue.
Yeah, she said nigga pulling back up.
Oh, so it's just
like I ain't never had nobody ghost me. Oh no, now, I did have a dude who would never pull off on my ass though. I was taking too long getting ready for the date, and I came outside of him. But he didn't get no coochie, so I didn't care if he ghosted me or not. I have never had a dude have sex with me and not ever call me back.
Okay, well I have. It's happened a few times.
Is it because I feel like like if a nigga not gonna call you back or not?
Not all the time. Because here's the thing, when we have the initial conversations, I'm letting my intentions, I'm not pushing no relationship right off the bat. But if a nigga's like, what you looking for? Because I get that question a lot. What are you here for? And my response is ultimately a relationship. Not tomorrow, nigga. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be your girlfriend tomorrow. But, like, eventually down the road, like, I would like to work towards something. I'm not here just to find a friend with benefits or just here to, like, waste my time, have niggas take me out on dates and just do that. No, I'm trying to find somebody to establish a relationship.
Okay, so you get these guys in your inbox. And are you treating them all like they're the only one? Because if you are, you're fooling yourself.
No.
Because when he gets to talking to you, good morning, hey beautiful, and y'all vibing, are you expecting him to only be talking to you?
No. Like this is what I have had more of because for me, if I'm dating multiple dudes. There is no exclusivity clause involved.
Right.
So I wouldn't assume that you're only talking to me, just like I wouldn't expect you to assume that I'm only talking to you unless there's a conversation being had. So I have found that like dudes, once we like exchange numbers, then they expect that I'm only talking to them. And then they're like, well, I'm not talking to nobody else. Well, why not? Because
that ain't none of your business. If a guy offered that information, like he ain't talking to nobody else but me, that's not my business. Because I didn't tell you that this was an exclusive relationship. I didn't say that I was monogamous to you. We didn't have those type of conversations. So if you come to me and say, well, I'm only talking to you, and you, to me, that as a grown up, that's irresponsible for you to try to put your decision making off on me.
Well, like, yeah. So that's why, like, unless there's a conversation, or if a dude is like, well, I only talk to one person at a time, and I make it clear, like, well, you know, when I'm dating multiple people, and dudes seem to get offended by that. Yeah, like, that's.
He's supposed to tell you that.
Well,
he's supposed to make you think that he only talking to you.
But why? That's what I'm saying. Like, offer that unnecessary information? It's like my grandmother.
But you don't have to tell them anything either.
But I don't have a problem.
I don't owe you that.
I don't owe you anything.
Right? No, correct. But my thing is, when you tell me that you're only talking to me, that's fine. But you should not make the assumption that that's
voluntarily tell you that information.
You know?
Yes, because if it's like, I'm like, and if he's like, well, are you dating other people or whatever, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm dating, so yeah, I'm talking to other people.
Well, maybe you should stop.
Well, when I'm talking to,
first of all, he shouldn't even be asking those questions.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
We're not even at that level for you to say to me, ask me anything personal. We're not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
And like, see, I'm kind of the opposite.
Maybe
this is my issue. Like, I disclose. Like, I'm just.
No, I think that as women.
Young guys. She like all
Mostly
young
young.
guys.
I didn't say okay. I did not say I
All
like
young
all
guys,
young
man.
Also,
Listen.
yeah, but you also gotta
22
you
and up.
also gotta realize too, but it's 2022, bro. Like
Yeah.
the younger generation, they text.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing too. The text. If I give you my number, at some point the texting got to stop. Because if we was gonna text, we could have stayed on the app for that.
Well, see, me, I don't even play around with that text shit. Like once a guy start, that's all he doing. I could.
I lose interest.
I mean, because my attention span, it's like
that.
just like y'all dating, or not you, sorry. Just like we're dating, right? It's a wide range of motherfuckers out here.
Yeah, of course.
And you doing some shit that I don't like.
Yeah,
You get extra real quick with me.
I have
like,
a low tolerance for bullshit.
I be like,
and
okay,
I'm the cutoff queen.
Could you
too.
I'm real cut off.
That's just the generation today. I mean, shit, anywhere you go.
But see, I'm
the like this the whole time.
The whole time. And you know
I
what
ain't
else
gonna
is
lie. I have been very liberated in the time that my phone has been stolen.
Yeah.
Y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Me being able to take care of business without having a device. Like I got my son's phone just because I'm outside.
Yeah.
But in the house, I ain't even gotta do like I've been so like if we take a time where we are not on these fucking phones for a second, you learn a lot about yourself and the vulnerability that you have and that's attached to these devices.
Yeah. But
not to be on my soapbox.
No,
or anything,
it's scary, and we do need to do a whole episode about that because it's like when you don't have the distraction, it forces you to like think about
deal with your shit.
Yeah, bitch.
And it did, and I was able to. I have been able to clear my head and, clean up some things that I wanted to get done. And that's another thing. When you're dating or you're a single individual, it is important for you to better yourself every single day, doing things that you ain't, that that you're supposed to be paying attention to. Because how am I going to say that I want this man to be educated and I want him to be romantic and I want him to do certain things and I'm not willing to do those things for myself. Like me, I buy myself flowers twice a month, 3 bouquets of roses twice a month. And I have them in my house and I love looking at them. They make me feel good.
Right.
So when my man come, whenever he come and he sees that I do that for myself, he shouldn't have a problem with doing those things for me.
Right. I feel the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
I buy me shoes. I be like,
and I know you like shoes. I'm gonna buy you fucking shoes.
Yeah, baby, 6 times a month. I need you to buy me 6 pair of shoes because that shit make me
feel good.
Yeah, see how niggas go to the extreme.
But you know what?
Yes,
it might not be the
important to
shoes. It might be
establish.
something else that you notice about your mate. Like,
but it's something that what it is
like
it's
rolling his
establishing.
blunt when he get out the shower.
Yeah,
that's something.
Or roll lotion on my back.
It's what it's doing is it's establishing a pattern. So it's like when men talk about their father being a father and how he's supposed to set the example for what his daughter's supposed to see. It's the same thing. So even if it's not your dad is not around to establish the bar at which a man needs to aspire to. That's something, unfortunately, as women, we have to set for ourselves because it's like, this is the level that I'm at by myself. Yeah. So if you're going to come into my life and add some value to it, you're going to have to exceed
match
where I'm at
or
by
exceed.
myself because at the end of the day, I don't take less than this. For prime example with me, if I'm going to go on vacation, it's a certain level I'm going to travel at. Yeah. Like I'm not staying at no Motel 6. I'm not staying at no extended stay. Like if I'm going to go, I'm going to make whatever sacrifices that I need to make so that I can spend enough money to get a vacation that I deserve.
Right.
Because I'm going to spend the money until I can, I just won't go.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. If it take me a year to save up to go on this vacation, but that again establishes the bar. You can't take me nowhere and we staying at the Best Western. Yeah. At the Hojo. We're not going because
that's what I mean by
that's communication.
That communication has to be had. This is why that meet and greet in the beginning. This is
my budget, and my budget says we got to stay in Motel 8, baby.
Well, you know what? We ain't going.
To be honest, a real man, like a man, knows the caliber of woman. One thing that I have had is men draw back. Like they won't ghost. But they'll be like, man, like, or you're fancy, or you like, and that lets me know that where I'm at as far as financially, and I don't really do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at no man finances, but he definitely has to be able to take care of himself. He cannot be looking to me to take care of him, for him to move into my crib, drive my car, goddamn, want me to cook for him, and he ain't got shit to offer me but a wet ass.
Yeah.
I mean, because I got devices at my house that'll give me a wet ass. I don't need that. I need
so nasty. Why would you even use that example, man? We couldn't have thought of something else.
Just because you don't like your ass wet, don't mean she don't like her ass wet. You know what I'm saying? You might need to start getting your ass wet.
I'm just saying, like, that's all a nigga offering. He don't even want to take you nowhere. He don't want to take you nowhere. He don't want to feed you.
He just want to wet your ass.
He just want to wet your ass.
Oh, got it. Got it. No taking.
That sound like some Chicago freaky shit.
Oh my God. Doesn't it? I am appalled.
All right,
I'm just saying, because if you
ass up,
that's it. Like nothing. Not even no pack of lemon head shoes. Like they don't even bring the lemon head shoes. They don't even say I like you. Yes or no. No, nothing. Just lay down and let me wet your ass.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, we're going to come up with a better example. But to your point, I understand. Like, yes, at the end of the day, you have to add some value over here. Please. Like, understanding that, yes, we all desire love and we all want to be loved in life, but
I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people want to fuck. And that's it.
I mean, they
don't want no love. They like, and this goes because everything is so accessible. Like, motherfuckers don't gotta wait for shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out here buying I mean, I know they've been buying coochie forever. Since the beginning of time. Harlots and whores.
Well, I have to believe deep down on the inside of my heart that there are people who genuinely want to connect. Yes, most people are out here. The hookup culture is a thing.
Yeah, it is.
You know, in 2022, like, dating is extremely difficult. Everybody's very expressive with the things that they want and their pronouns and such. You know, but at the end of the day, I think that the important part of it does. That's a whole nother topic. But it's like you have to have self-love for yourself, because, and this may be a topic that we need to cover, is self-love, because it's like at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, like, you're never going to get what you're seeking. And that's something that I've had to deal with, because, again, going back to that Kevin Samuels podcast that I listened to, like, it is about what you're bringing to the table and what you're exuding and what you're giving off. Not to say that you deserve to be treated like crap, but again, looking inward and trying to be the best you can be, so that you're happy. Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy with yourself, you're not going to be happy in a relationship. And you're probably going to make the other person miserable in the long run.
What we fail to realize is that in a relationship is a partnership, right? And in a partnership, people have to bring certain things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us women have dealt with a lot of us holding shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we tired. Yeah. So I think that brought up this hookup culture, because women started thinking like, nigga, I can just fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't buying me no chips and with meat and cheese.
But I also feel like, again, it's like,
you're not doing that, so I can just fuck you and move on.
Yeah, but again, when you are in a loving place with yourself, everybody don't deserve that. Like, giving pieces of yourself away. So I think that in this instance, dating is a crazy thing, and we will probably discuss it more and more down the line in different ways. But the self-love part of it is something that needs to be addressed, especially in the Black community, because even if you out here, you know, laying it down and creating a high body count, like, that's not what we desire. And as women, for the most part, I'm not speaking for every woman, but for the most part, we want at least that one person that knows that.
That's if you believe in monogamy.
That's if you believe in monogamy. But
and I'm not saying nothing again, because there are different facets.
Yeah, and we're
of
not
dating.
getting into that.
You know
right
what I'm saying?
now.
I'm just saying, like
Yes.
with the self-love thing, a lot of people, just because they have a high body count, do not mean that they do not love themselves.
I'm not saying that, but
I'm
my
just
point
saying.
is, got it. Yes, we
Okay.
know it's not everybody, but for the most part, genuinely, most women at a certain age, they're looking for a person, or maybe two if that's what they're into, but something small that is for them.
Yeah.
And it's important for us to recognize what we deserve, because I think a lot of times we put up with behaviors because we don't feel like we deserve what we're looking for. And if we just hold on to that and just believe like, no, I'm going to treat myself at a certain level because I know that I deserve, a certain standard or caliber of man, and I'm going to attract that by exuding that love from myself.
And also, I do believe that I believe in all of that romantic stuff too. But if you are what you're looking for, it will attract to you faster.
Right.
It would attract to you if you become the person that you're looking for. Because a lot of women think that men are supposed to take care of us and do all of this. Yeah, provide and protect. I get that. But there's a lot of subtopics in provide and protect that women aren't even, they haven't even opened their minds to. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, you have to be bringing something to the table.
You got to be.
You
can't just have a coochie because all these niggas, it's so accessible. They can pay $60
in Atlanta. Like the ratio of men to women is
be who you want to date.
So it's plenty of women out here, but it's like you said, you have to be bringing something to the table.
You gotta be, and you got to be who you're trying to date. Yeah. You cannot be.
Well, here's the thing.
No, baby. Because I'm not going to say that there's never been a time where a man takes on a woman with less. You know what I'm saying? Because they do all the time.
That's mostly how it is.
But what I do say is for the men that I am running into, because men are finding their value too. They really are. They're finding their value too. They don't just have to go to work and pay bills. They don't just have to break their backs because they can live a meaning and successful life. They can be loved properly as well. So we as women that are looking for men who exude self-love, who know how to take care of themselves, who know how, and these hoes don't even cook. They want all of this man and they don't even cook
or clean.
Yeah. Everybody want to be
but that's what I'm
loving hip hop and have a maid service to come and clean up. They don't even want to teach. I teach my daughter 10 years old. Yeah. Baseboards, please.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, when you say like you have to be who you want, there are things that I want from my man that I am lacking. Oh, it's been an hour.
It's been an hour?
Yes. I want somebody who brings the things that I'm lacking to the table, not necessarily like.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that y'all gotta have matching, things. What I'm saying is who you are as far as sorry.
This lady don't never let me finish a thought.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Who you are as like you want a supportive man, right?
Still be doing that.
Sorry.
We're gonna get it together one day. Maybe season 2. Maybe we'll perfect that in season 2.
Maybe. But, just being as supportive as, we're not talking about finances. We're not talking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? There are things that I want my man to bring that, I probably as a woman physically can't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not okay with that. But if he needs support, or if I need support, I need to be supportive to him. If he needs, and I don't think that women think that we have those type of tasks ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? I think that if I got a coochie and some titties and I done got my body done and, I goddamn have a boutique online, that I'm doing some shit.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And you're really not. Because
it just depends on your perspective. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, okay, you doing something, but as far as you wanting a nigga to come into your life and fund all of what you got going on.
For sure. Ain't nobody doing all that.
For sure.
Ain't nobody doing that. Nah. And that's not even the type of dude. If that's your mentality, I don't even want that type
That's
of
why
guy.
I don't even.
So it's like, this thing is complicated. So,
it is.
We could go on and on and on. But there's plenty of more episodes for plenty more discussions. Oh, yeah. So with that being said, there's any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, make sure you email us at nobrapodcast@gmail.com. And maybe we will take your suggestion and have that conversation. So you see it get real spicy over here.
It does.
It definitely does. If you would like to sponsor an episode, have your products featured in our episode.
Oh, yeah.
Also email us there.
Entrepreneurs.
Today's episode is sponsored by 8th and Pine. At the intersection of where you come from and where you're trying to go, jewelry, earrings. Make sure you check out 8th and Pine on all social media platforms. Yeah. This has been fun. We got the guys involved. Shout out to Timbre Sound, Josh and DJ Blue on the ones and twos. So make sure you check us out next time.
Not the bird call.
See, always got to take that off. See? But as always, the glass is half empty or half full. It's up to you to decide.
Always full of ether.
Blue.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can't stand you.
Be
kind with your words. You never know what someone is going through, and it can either push them over the edge or pull them up off of the ledge. Until next time, we'll see you again.